Hello, AJ here. I am coming to you today to ask those of you who have agreed with my positions on the B videos here on YouTube and with the explanations and the comments and commentaries that I've had on Pastor Jeremiah Wright. I'd like to call on all of you to join with me in protesting against Fox News Network and MSNBC, in particular, the Morning Joe program with Joe Sarborough, Pat Robertson, and the Hannity, Sean Hannity hour, but also Hannity and Combs, because Hannity is part of that. There are others on these two networks that continue to push forward this issue concerning Barack Obama's. Now, one of the ways we need to protest against Fox and MSNBC is to go to those networks and let them know that we will be going to the sponsors of the programs of Sean Hannity and Joe Scarborough and anyone that has Pat Robertson on there. And how can you, when you're talking about ethics or the way things ought to be, the right way things ought to be, how can you have Karl Rove on there as an analyst and an expert per se? But anyway, we're going to the sponsors of those shows, and we're going to, ask those sponsors not to sponsor those shows, not to continue to perpetuate that kind of programming and just continuing to badger an issue that is insignificant or irrelevant to the subject. But we also want to point out that, as a group, black people, are one of the biggest spenders in the country. And so if we mobilize these forces, and I will be calling on all Americans, black, white, brown, all colors, nationalities, to join in on this so that we can get on about the business of having a presidential election and about the business of having change in the government in this country. And my position is that Barack Obama really has nothing to do with what his pastor says. And it should not preclude him going to the church there. These guys, because of one of two things, either their innate ignorance about the way black people actually operate and in some cases think, and or they just want to continue to fuel this fire. Whatever it is, it needs to stop, and they need to let Barack Obama run his race as he's been doing. This has nothing to do with the man. If we start investigations into their personal lives and see just exactly how that kind of thing, what they're doing in their personal lives is contradictory to what they're saying on the air. But Barack Obama is running for president. He's running for to be a people's president. And anybody out there who agrees with our position, as far as those of us who support Barack Obama and who support a merging of the races, to the extent that we are not looking at race for any reason, and so that we don't give people, anybody, so that Pat won't have anything to say in that vein. And the United States needs to stop its imperialistic endeavors worldwide, so that we, won't be construed by people of other countries. It's true. People of other countries do laugh at Americans because they think that we're naive about what our government is truly doing. And the bottom line is, the question of whether AIDS was introduced into the environment by the American government, but neither do you, and neither does Sean Hannity or Joe Scarborough or Pat Robertson. Nobody. It might be ridiculous to think that our government would do that, but a lot of people would have thought that the Tuskegee experiment was something that our government would never engage in. And not to mention, many of the atrocities, not only during slavery, but in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, when they were summarily killed, disappeared, they were hung, they were burned for no reason. And there are a lot of people saying, well, that's not my well, if things like that were what Pastor Wright is doing now, Obama's response is not Barack. And we as Americans need to stop this crap and start getting together and showing the world that we are one nation truly under God. We need to do that. And all of you ne'er-do-wells out there who just want to find something to argue about, if you're truly on the bandwagon, and if you want to just continue to have problems in the country, then continue to do what you're doing. I'm AJ. I'm out.